I'm getting bashed right now because I got to come and do this, and guys' routines are getting messed up.
Yeah.
Coming and hitting the simulator.
We are doing these interviews in their golf simulator.
Wait, they're mad because we're occupying their golf space?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, during the break, before. We're here with Tua Tagovailoa, and I wanted to start with you by apologizing to you because I botched our last interview from the Super Bowl, so I wanted to start there.
Oh, you're good. What do you mean you botched it?
Oh, I was just asking you one too many concussion questions.
It was right.
He made it uncomfortable.
Right after that also.
You were sitting next to me and Billy. We were at Radio Row with you. He made it uncomfortable. He stopped talking. We started talking, and the interview got better.
Oh, I appreciate the apology. I don't remember that.
Okay, well,
But
good.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Does it?
I feel better.
He doesn't remember Dan, though.
How do you feel?
I mean, I don't remember that you guys did that.
You look great.
Now that could go both ways. I don't remember. And all right, that could go both ways. So I don't know.
I was genuinely worried about you, though, at the time, as I imagine a lot of people, not just in South Florida, all over were, but I won't drown this interview in that. You seem in interviews that I've seen, because you and I, right when you came out of the league, we did a long-form interview.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No. Dude, I mean, that's so long ago. I'm like,
It was on stage.
It was at the Super Bowl, but you seem like a different human being from then. You were coming out of college, and you've just grown with whatever the trials and tribulations of the last few years have been. Like it's been nice to watch your growth publicly into somebody who seems vocally more confident than he was then, because you were just a college kid. You were just coming out of college.
Yeah, it was different, for sure. That was 2 kids ago. That was a wife ago. Like all of that, and then you take into consideration like all the things that, for me personally, that I've had to go through the first couple years with the coaching staff then, and then now with the coaching staff that we have. I mean, it's just been a whirlwind, and there's been a lot of growth from year 2 and then going on to year 5 now. In that sense.
I've never seen an athlete like you in South Florida in terms of being polarizing when I don't understand why you're polarizing.
Oh, I don't understand why, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's funny.
Wait, you enjoy that?
Oh, it's funny because I can't control any of that.
Right.
But the cool thing about it is, like, you're being talked about, whether it's good or bad. That's hilarious.
I said this.
That's hilarious. Like, whether it's good or bad, I mean, I don't care whether you have something good or something bad. That, everyone's entitled to their own opinion about someone, and I mean, I just don't understand too myself why it's so polarizing. Like, okay, if he can't do this, we say he can't do this, then he does it. Okay, wait, what is something else we got to? Okay, yeah, no, he can't do that, but he sucks at that.
Yeah.
No, but he actually did that. No, wait.
Something.
No, wait, dude. But remember 2 years ago, dude, he. So it's.
I have to
think
apologize.
It's funny.
I'm the master of doing that. So, and I've done it to you probably, so I'm sorry too.
But that's okay, because that's essentially what analysts, or that's what the job asks of you guys to do, right? So does it bother me? No, because I'm not on TikTok, I'm not on Vine, I'm on YouTube Shorts. So if I'll run through one of those, yeah, I mean, I'll see it, but I'm not on Instagram. I don't run my Instagram account, my Twitter account. Like, I don't run any of that. So I'm not on it to see it.
Yeah, but it makes life easier, right? He doesn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I don't know. I just think a lot of people get caught up in that world, and it just takes a lot out of people. I've seen it firsthand. Not just for myself, because it has taken a lot out of me. For myself, because I've had Instagram and whatnot, would be on it like in college and whatnot. Then when I came into the league, that was sort of the change for me, where it's like, whoa, this is a different world, dude. And if I continue to like live in the world of, okay, what these people are saying about me, and then I get in my own head about that, and I try to go out and prove to them, like, no, I can. Well, that's not how this game works. Like, I don't think that's how life works, right? Like, who you are is who you are, and how you go about things, that's just what makes you you. And so you start to change for what other people want you to do. I mean, it just messes everything up for you just daily, because then you go to sleep and you lay your head down at night knowing that's not you. That's just not me. So I would say there's been growth a lot there, and it's really been the past what, 4.5, 5 years, with social media and whatnot.
The heat of the position, though, the growth that you've had over the last couple of years of your strength, you are stronger. You're obviously someone who has the backing of an organization and a coaching staff. The person I met 3 or 4 years ago wasn't this forceful about go bleep yourself. I don't care what any of you think about anything. Yeah.
Well, I don't think he was mature at the point yet. Now, would I go and tell that kid anything indifferent, to think that I would be in this position? Like, no, I would tell him, like, dude, whatever you're doing, go through it. You got to go through that in order to get to where you're at now. Like, that's just life, right? You continue to learn, you continue to take the mistakes with the success, and how you are from that. Like, that's just what it is. Like, you live with that. The mistakes, you live with that. Like, that's just life. I think once you start to have the perspective of it's not as bad as it seems and it's never as good as it seems, I think then you can start to really find out the quality of, okay, that was a really good mistake. Whereas, okay, last time, like, if it were any other time I made that mistake, I would have been so into myself, like into my head, like I couldn't get out. And now I'm so worried about that, I can't even focus on the next plays. I can't even focus on the next drives. So kind of taking that mentality of perspective,
Where and how did that get learned, though? That had to be hard with a coach before that perhaps didn't believe in you the way that this one does.
But I think that's where you get that opportunity to really understand the difference, right? You have someone that doesn't believe in you and you see how you are. Then you have someone that does believe in you, and then you can see the growth there. Like, I understand how I was a couple years ago, even last year. Like, I'm not the same person I was last year. Next year, I won't be the same person I am, because you're ever growing, you're ever evolving. And if not, like, then, there's, you sort of speculate on if there's anything more to life than just that. Because if you're not growing, you're getting worse, or, it's obviously going in the opposite direction. No, I think we've all we've all established a good enough relationship to really know, like, okay, like last year, we were in a way really trying to help get to that 200 or 2,000 yard mark. Right. I mean, it wasn't like we were trying to hide that, right? That was pretty obvious, trying to feed him the ball and whatnot. We all have a good enough relationship off the field to where Jalen can come up to me at any point, even in the games and whatnot, and tell me like, bro, I'm not messing with this. Like, I need some shine too, and I can go up to Mike and say, hey, like, we need some more plays for X, in this drive or throughout this game. And Reek would be cool with that. Well, the cool thing about it was, like, Jalen knew, like, we were trying to do that for Reek, and he wasn't really like, he was like, dude, I'm just here to support, like,
that's awesome.
Whatever I can do. Like, if I get the ball, I'm making the best out of that opportunity and whatnot. So, like, those guys, I mean, they make it easy, but they are tough. That doesn't mean they're easy, to have conversations with, because they are unique in their own sense of personalities as well.
Were you getting any access to what everybody was saying about your value this offseason? What was the contract negotiation for you like? Were you able to separate yourself and say this is business? Or were you at some point saying I should be valued by these people at X amount?
Yeah, well, it was tough for me, because for me, who you are as a person, regardless if it's business, if it's not business, that's how you are every time, right? You can't go from being the nicest person to being an asshole, like, when it comes to business. Like, to me, you're either a really nice person a good amount of times and you know how to talk to people, or you're an asshole that's trying to pretend to be a nice person. Like, there's just no personality of being nice and then being an asshole and then being an asshole and then trying to be nice. I just think who you are, like, if you're going to be an asshole, okay, noted. Like, that's normally who you are, like, essentially. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Can nice people, get going? Sure, but within business, you got to know how to talk to people. You got to know how emotional intelligence works. You got to know all of that. You got to know how to deal with people, how to maneuver through things and do it the right way. For me, it would have been hard for me to have been involved a lot within the process of that because I didn't want any of what they had to say to be told to me and my guys what they had to say to them. So it was like, hey, I'm out of this. You guys go in there. You guys go talk about this. Let me know when this thing is done. It was long, for sure. It was long, but it's not like you're saying, hey, can we get $2 here? Like, no, it's $1 million is a lot, let alone how much I just got paid. So, that's why I think it took long. It's not as easy as saying like, hey, yeah, can you just send me $5 through Venmo?
Did you ever think it was not going to get done?
I didn't think that it was, because I've had a good amount of conversations with Stephen Ross about it.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you'll still go cheap on?
Cheap on?
Still going BOGO at Publix, now with the new deal.
Oh no, brother. I'm the same, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why you would go shopping anywhere else.
Yeah, the BOGO is strong. When I see BOGO, it's like I'll take 3 of these.
But you're not looking for discounts or anything like that.
I'm still
come on.
Give me an example of you still being
That's so great with coupons.
Dude, you're going on DoorDash or something?
Yeah.
Give me the 50% off.
Oh, you don't do the $2.99 for the quick? Dude,
go to Uber.
Dude.
Or the marketplace. Okay, I don't know. Oh, buy one, get one free. Okay, you get that. Dude, I mean.
I don't like it when it's buy 7 and get 3. It's just be BOGO or don't be BOGO. I don't like this, buy 6 and you get 4.
You're always going Uber premium. You're Ubering below the premium, are you?
Oh, priority, so you were up first.
You're not getting in one of those Miami cars that smell like feet and cheese.
He says I have a driver. No,
What?
I drive. No, I drive myself. I'm driving myself around. The only time is that we get a driver. Me and Anna get a driver is normally when it's a little later dinner in Miami, just because of how far that is from Fort Lauderdale area. And so it's okay, we're probably going to be full and a little tired after we eat. So probably just going to want to relax. And so that's normally when we'd get a driver, but I'm driving myself everywhere.
Wow. When you signed the contract, did you make some sort of ridiculous purchase for you or your family?
No. I haven't made a ridiculous purchase.
Has that first direct deposit hit yet? With the new amount where you're whoa?
Well, he's still under the old deal, right?
That's how it
still
works.
under,
okay.
Yeah. Whoa.
The signing bonus?
That thing clears though, that first one.
Whoa.
There's something, a little money.
But we haven't gotten anything.
We've said too much.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
It's a little invasive.
I mean, we didn't say enough.
Yeah, let's say more.
Well, it was unusual to see you on the sidelines with a microphone. You were clearly ebullient. You were effervescent. You were really happy, and you were vocal about it.
Those are some huge words. What did you just say?
Happy.
You were happy. You were happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Talking about
Whoa.
It was like
flamboyant.
a champagne bottle opening. You were out there. Show me the money seemed to be a little bit out of character for you.
Show me the money. Well, the reason that came out was because somebody dared me that I wouldn't do it. So that's why I did the show me the money.
Classic Raheem.
Who dared you? Who did it? Come on.
Classic Raheem, huh? What do you think, Tyreek?
I don't.
No?
Tyreek sounds like it
Okay,
might be
I think
Tyreek.
Waddle, to be honest with you.
Waddle?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it wasn't them.
It was.
I'll keep going.
Were you surprised Saban stopped coaching?
I was actually, yeah. I was, but I played after he ended up retiring, I maybe played golf with him, maybe like a month or two after.
Who's giving strokes there?
He was giving me strokes.
Wow.
He's a good little player, I guess.
But you were surprised.
But I feel like I'm a sandbagger though.
I know I am.
But outside, outside, you can ask Saban about that match. That was hilarious.
Okay, but you were surprised.
What are we playing for? How much a hole?
It wasn't that much.
Okay.
It wasn't that much.
You ever take you on the boat and throw you around on the raft?
Well, he did when we were in Tuscaloosa, but we had the whole conversation about, hey, why'd you why'd you retire, this and that. And he gave the whole spiel, and I thought it was crazy. Like I told him I would have thought he would have died coaching at the University of Alabama, but I guess not.
Was there anyone in your family a couple of years ago urging you to retire, telling you we're worried about you?
Yeah, I would say for sure, especially with what happened with the concussions and whatnot. But we went and seen a doctor. I got to go see the doctor and whatnot. Got to get all the information that I needed to hear from him on whether it was a good idea or whether it wasn't a good idea. And got to sit down with them, and I basically told them what I wanted to do.
Who was the most vocal in your family telling you, why don't we just stop this? I love you too much. Football's too dangerous. It's just dangerous.
It wasn't too vocal, but it was just brought up like here and there. Like, I don't think you should continue to play and whatnot, but we'll always support what you want to do. And it's more so like my mom. Yeah. And I get it. Like, I mean, I got kids too now, and it's like you can understand why the mothers are the way they are.
Is playing guitar the most romantic thing you do?
Playing guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Who said I could play the guitar?
I've seen, I think on Hard Knocks we saw some strung in. I've heard, a little birdie. I've heard, I have some sources.
He's got sources.
So we were told you might have one here that you bring.
Well, first of all, there was some social media clip of you playing something. Was it during Hard Knocks or something? You've been out there with your guitar.
Are you denying your guitar
I'm not breaking
playing?
this.
Are you denying your romance?
No. I'm not a romantic guy.
The romance part I was assuming. I just know you to be a guitar player.
He's denying playing the guitar. Is what
I don't think he's doing that.
No.
Yeah, dude, I love playing the guitar.
There we go.
You broke him down. Investigative journalism.
What's your go-to tune when you're playing guitar?
Honestly, I don't really have like a go-to tune. It's just picking up the feeling of picking up the guitar and then going through like the sequences of chords and then what sounds nice when you're finger picking and whatnot. Yeah. So
how's your air guitar? There you go. Yeah, it's pretty strong.
It's like playing the bass.
Yeah,
slapping the bass.
Yeah, this guy
slapping the bass. Yeah. You are doing that. When you take us over the last couple of years, is there one game that you look at that brings back the memories of being happiest, of just being the happiest you've been playing football as a Dolphin?
Yeah, the Broncos game.
You said the Broncos game?
That Ravens fourth quarter was pretty good.
And I would say the last 2 years have just been life-changing for me. Just within the fact of the support that I've had from Mike, from our quarterback room with Bev, and then just the support that I've had with my teammates. A lot of them being vocal. And then obviously the first year that Mike's been here was, he sort of took like a big step of being vocal. And he didn't really know, like, he was just telling me, like, dude, I believe in you, this and that. But, like, he's taking a big chance with what he's saying, right? Like, we only have the past 2 years of what I put on tape. And it's like, dude, yeah, like, you can throw these intermediate routes, but, like, we haven't seen much long balls or we haven't seen this and that. And for him to have done that and then, I mean, we've had a winning season every season, but it's just, like, getting to the big games and like what we do in the big games, that's been essentially what we've been honing on last year and this year.
Let's make sure Kansas City has to come here this year.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah, right?
You in for that? I'm in for that.
Are we all in for that? I mean, my gosh. Dude, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that Mike McDaniel told us that you're the most accurate quarterback he had ever had?
Probably not. I would say probably not. No.
Can you explain to us, last question before we get you out, can you explain to us the difference in practical terms between having a coach who did believe in you the way that he did and the difference between that and what was happening with Flores?
Yeah. Well, to put it in simplest terms, if you woke up every morning and I told you you sucked at what you did, that you don't belong doing what you do, that you shouldn't be here, that this guy should be here, that you haven't earned this right. And then you have somebody else come in and tell you, dude, you are the best fit for this. Like, you are accurate, you are the best whatever, you are this, you are that. Like, how would it make you feel listening to one or the other? You see what I'm saying? And then you hear it, regardless of what it is, the good or the bad, and you hear it more and more, you start to actually believe that. I don't care who you are. You could be the president of the United States. You have a terrible person that's telling you things that you don't want to hear, or that you probably shouldn't be hearing. You're going to start to believe that about yourself. And so that's sort of like what ended up happening. And it was, I mean, it's basically been, 2 years of training that out of not just me, but, a couple of the guys as well that have been here since my rookie year all the way till now.
It's been great to see your success.
Yes,
great to
I
see
appreciate
someone
it.
as fundamentally decent as you are rewarded. So thank
I
you
appreciate
for
that.
all of your work down here.